Hi, and welcome back to the next installment of our playthrough with Survival Fountain of Youth. So we are back from Iron Island, and I managed to cook up all the iron, and we ended up with 25 iron ingots, and we ended up with one piece of iron ore left over. So that was a total of 51 iron ore that we got. It was quite a bit. Now, what have we done? Done quite a bit off camera. Let's just start with a few things here. So I used well, you saw 20 of the iron ingots in the chest there. There's 21st. I've actually used 4. Now, I've used 3 to make a bunch of iron crossbow bolts because these do 46 damage. And the copper ones we were using before do 26. So that's quite a step up there to 46 and 26. So we've now got 9 iron crossbow bolts. I made an iron pickaxe because we saw the trouble we had with the copper one before. And we've got a lot more iron than copper, so it kind of makes sense to start using an iron pickaxe. Now, the trouble is, if we just take this piece of iron here and we look at blueprints, let's just go in here. What we will see is that a lot of the things that we really want down here, like an iron axe, maybe iron arrowheads, base of the iron crossbow. And this is probably one of the things that we really want to get. Saber blade and base of the iron crossbow. But to do that, we have to upgrade this. And to upgrade this, we are missing one key ingredient. That is a clay mold for sabers, which is something we're going to have to go find somewhere. So until we can do that, we can't make any of those items. So that kind of limited us to the iron pickaxe and also the iron bolts. And I didn't really want to do anything else with the piece of iron. Just looking at the blueprints again. We don't really need an iron shovel. We're not going to use it that much. And when we do, we can get by with the wooden ones. Iron hammer, not really, because that stays in base. Iron saw, we can keep replacing the ones that we use here. The stone ones and the obsidian ones. So I didn't see any desperate need for anything else made from iron. So I think we could just park that back. Okay, now what else did we do? I upgraded the chemistry station. In fact, I actually did this before the last episode because you have to do that to be able to make medical kits. And for that, fishbone needles, and you can use broken ones there, by the way, because we've broken a lot of our fishbone needles here, making various things. But you can use those in this particular recipe. And then animal tendons, and if you want to get a lot of those very quickly, just go to the Copper Island and kill a bunch of buffalo, because they all drop about 3 or 4 each. And then we needed the alcohol, which is what we needed this for. So we had to go to Copper Island and chop down a whole load of, well, not chop down, but harvest a whole load of pieces of cactus, and then this and this. Well, one of these, and I think 8 of these, and then you can make the alcohol, which provides with the medical kits. Now, what else? We were getting a bit overloaded with a lot of particular things, so I made this storeroom here. So just going around, basically that's obsidian, that's flexible branches, that's strong branches, bamboo, that's iron tree branches, long stick, big branches, and stones. Yeah, because we were getting a little bit chock-a-block here. So what else did we do? I upgraded the bed. So now you only need to sleep in this thing about 3. If your energy is completely sapped here, you only have to sleep in here about 3 hours and it completely restores your energy. Now we will in time get more of these. The trouble is copper, because we are really weak on copper. We do have 2 copper ingots left, but when we upgrade this, that's going to use 1 of them. So really, we've only got 1 ingot left and 1 spare piece of copper. Because one thing that we haven't done to date in this particular playthrough, if we just go into top icon here and go into the region map, we haven't been to Red Island yet. We did all 3 of the copper mines here, but we did not. There is a copper mine here as well, and that would probably get us enough copper that we could, among other things, one of the things we would really like to do is Get 2 copper there, 3 ingots there, 3. That's a lot of copper. So we're probably going to have to wait for the mines in Copper Island to respawn over time, but also visit Red Island to be able to upgrade to this armor because it has a lot more protection. So what else did we do? I made a new leather backpack, so that's why the old one is in here. So that actually gave us a survival point. So what we can do now is we can go into our character, look at the survival points here, top icon, and we've actually got 10 to spend. So I'm just going to go thirst, increases upper limit of hydration. I'm going to go hunger. I'm going to go resist diseases for 1. And probably 2 actually, because we are liable to get various diseases, weather-related diseases along the way. So I'm going to go with that one, which leaves us 1 point. And just keep hold of that, I think. So what else? When we went to Iron Island in the last episode, if you notice, I did neglect to pick up a piece of the natives map. So I actually went back to pick that up. And when I went back, just going to Iron Island, I just ran around to a few points of interest that we missed. Now, there was one specific one right here. And it's not guarded by anything. It's just a goat. But what we found was the blueprint to be able to make this guy, an Indian diving mask. So we've now got that. And if we just look at the crafting of that, this is what we needed that that ray leather for. Remember we killed a stingray in a previous episode, I think it was 2 episodes ago. And I remember needing that particular skin for something, but I just couldn't remember what it was for, and it was this thing. So we've managed to make this Indian diving mask, and that quadruples our oxygen supply for diving. Versus the other one that we had, which was the breathing bubble, which only doubles it. So that's a big step up there. So we've got our new leather backpack. We did make a couple of bat ointments. So I'm just going to put these 2 items on the boat. Now the bat ointment helps fight wind and wind chill, because currently we don't have that much protection against wind chill. So we are liable to get sick there. Now we are going to need that. We've got no potential improvement on our copper-tipped harpoon at the moment. So that's basically it, apart from we did have a solar distiller here. Now, when you dismantle those, you get all of the resources back, so you don't lose any. So what I did is dismantle it, and then I moved it to Copper Island, because if we remember Copper Island, it doesn't rain there, but it's always sunny. So it means that every time we go to Copper Island now, the capacity, the output capacity of that thing is 40 pieces of water. So every time we go there now, we'll have plenty of water waiting for us. So that's basically it. Now, what we really want to do, we just look at journal. Now, we got to go to Foggy Island at some point. And so we've got to find Jose de Ruiz. Now, at some point, if we follow the story, I'm guessing that we will run into this guy here. The clay mold for sabers. Now, if you remember, just looking at this document again. Foggy Island, view document. We had a choice. Previously, we could go to Iron Island, and that's what we did. And you see it's got these 3 circles here. Now that's the underwater temple that we did. That's Iron Island itself, and this is Foggy Island here. And this is Windy Island. So it kind of gave us a choice of these 2 to go to. So I'm guessing that that mold is going to be in one of these. And it's just a question of which one we go to first. So we'll decide that, and we'll do that in the next episode. Now what I did is I sailed here, and I just sailed around this region, discovering everything. And actually, let's just look at the map of that. Let's go M. So this is actually Foggy Island at the bottom left, and this is Craggy Island. So to get these names, I just sailed around here just to discover these places, but I also laid down a dock here so that when we do go back to Foggy Island, we haven't got to sail back to, well, we haven't got to fast travel here and then sail all the way back to here, because I did have the mats on us just to put down a dock so that we could fast travel to there. Need to be at the helm of the ship for fast travel. But there is one other thing that we want to do, and I want to do it this episode. We go to crafting, and you look under ships here. We can now make a Spanish schooner. Because the way this works here is you make a raft, and then you can upgrade it to canoe, then improved canoe, and then a solid canoe. And that series kind of ends there. And then you get on to the catamaran series. So you make a catamaran, you can upgrade it 3 or 4 times. And then you get onto the schooner series. So what happens is this boat here ends up parked over there and forgotten about, along with the high-level catamaran as well. So you end up with 2 abandoned boats once you start making the schooners. Now, because we've kind of hung in there with this boat, it means that we've kind of skipped the whole catamaran series and straight into the Spanish schooners, which is actually good, because it meant that we didn't have to keep making all these and upgrading them. But, well, firstly, we do have the iron ingots to do this, and this is probably what opened up this blueprint. We also have the iron tree branches. We've got all the dried hides. We've got that. But we've only got 1 set of tools. Now, set of tools kind of go into this slot here when you find them. So what we're going to do in this episode is go get a couple more sets of tools, and then we're going to make our schooner. But we're going to do that in daytime. So I'm just going to sleep through to around the morning. That there. Okay, so let's take off. So firstly, let's drink. So 105 out of 110 now. Let's eat. We've got more food than we need, so let's just go the whole way. All right, let's take off. Now, where we are going, if we just look at the map here, just pull out a bit. Actually, middle icon's probably the better one. We're going here. This little shipwreck. So I'll see you when we get there. We're just approaching the location now. It's a bit hard to see with the sunrise, but if we just go to map, again, middle icon, you can just about see a mast sticking out of the water there, which is exactly where we're going. Kind of middle of those 3 little rocks. And we should get a message pop up any second now saying location discovered. There it is, location unlocked. Sorry. Now if you look down, Sharky Boy is going to be waiting for us. There he is. Okay, so let's kit up. Firstly, we want to put on our diving mask, and we want to make sure that we have our harpoon loaded. So where is the shark? So we don't want to get hit by him from the rear. There he is. Okay, so here he comes. So with the copper tip harpoon, I'm guessing 2 hits. Yep. Because we're a little bit more overpowered than I guess we would normally be visiting this location, because we would normally have expected or be expected to be visiting this location before going to the Copper Island getting copper. But anyway, does he have a trophy? No, he doesn't. Sometimes he drops a shark's head. Well, we want that for needles. Piece of raw fish. Yeah. Contribute to harvesting skill, and we can dry it, which will contribute to drying skill as well. All right, so let's get diving. So firstly, V tells us there's something right here, which is key to the door of the bow of the ship. All right. That's here. So we got a book out of it. And we should find, there's our set of tools there. So now we can make the schooner. We've got everything we need. And there's another set of tools. So we got 2 sets of tools there and 1 set there. I'm not sure why that set didn't go down here. It's peculiar. Anything else here? Another set of tools. I knew there were 2 here. I didn't know there were 3. Well, that's going to be useful. But just looking at our stamina there, I think we got a cut, didn't we? Oops. A little bit too vigorous. So yeah, we got a cut. So let's do that. So normal wound became minor cut. So we need 2 of those. Minor cut disappeared. Status is good. All right. Anything else? Well, we only came here for the tools, and I'm not seeing. You see, V concentration mode is telling us there's nothing else here. Those 2 are blocked. I think these hurt. Can't remember. Find out. Yeah, 2 damage and 1 damage. So it's total 3 damage there. Not seeing anything else. I think we can go home. Okay, back at home. And so 3 of the sets of tools are here. 1's there. Still kind of confused by that. I don't know why this one ended up in our inventory. Anyway, let's swap that over. And let's get our spear back. Put the other 2 items back on the ship. I'll read the book some other time, let you know next episode what it was. But we want to make... This is the whole purpose of that trip there, was to make a Spanish schooner. So we want 3 iron ingots. So 1, 2, 3. So we want some of these guys. Iron tree branches. We want 4 of those. 6 dried hides. So that's 2, 3, 4. It's going to make us pretty heavy, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think if we just make it here, and then we could just dump what we've got on us into it. Place. Alright, so that's 2 sets of tools. Now, which ones did it take? It left us with this one. Okay. So we need 4 wooden planks and 3 ropes made of skin. Okay. Now, how many wooden planks do I have? I've only got 2, and we've got no logs left over, so I'm going to have to go logging. And I'll do that off camera and be back in a moment. We ran out of daylight, and so here we are bright and early the next day. The logging was actually pretty easy because all of the trees that I'd cut down here before had respawned. So we didn't have far to go at all. But we have the logs on us, or rather we have the planks on us. We have the ropes made of skin, place resources, and build. Completely exhausted. Okay, that took a long time there. So let's sleep, get up in the morning. Bright and early the next day. And there's our Spanish schooner. Nice. Now you can actually map from the... Oops, try that again. You can actually map from the top of here. You just got to be careful climbing up as the boat sways. Let me see. We've got lots of these anyway, so let's just do it. Yeah, so that's useful. What else? Storage 300, which is a big step up from the other boat, which is now parked over there. And we will never use that boat again. And as mentioned, if we went down the catamaran series as well, we'd end up with 2 abandoned boats over there. So what else do we have here? We have a sleeping cabin. And right now I don't see a fire. We can fish, but only at fishing spots. Okay, so F, take the helm. And let's just see if we can get into our dock. No problem. So M. Travel point, confirm. Yeah, no problem. Because sometimes it says that there's no room, even if it looks like there is plenty of room. So there we go. There's our Spanish schooner made. So E interaction. Let me see. We're going to have to repair it. So I think we just did a tiny bit of damage there. But upgrade, we would need 1 set of tools. Now it says we've got 1 set of tools on us, even though we've got 2. It's interesting. Try that again. Upgrade. So we would need 1 fired pot, which we've got. We've got the long sticks. We've got the massive stones. We can do all of this. So let's upgrade it. Yeah, when I went back to Iron Island, I just ran around that temple where I forgot to pick up that piece of the native map. I looked around in all the corners, and there actually was a fired pot there to be found. So what else did we need? We needed 6. Was it long? Let's check again. 6 long sticks, 5 small, and 3 big stones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Let's just dump off that. Oh no, we can't. We just need the 5 small ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm guessing a repair kit, which we left over here. Yeah, I'm going to have to move everything from the chest here into the schooner. I don't think we can... Yeah, I should have upgraded it before moving to the dock, because just that tiny bit of damage meant that we now have to we can't upgrade it. Upgrade. Or can we? Yes, we can. All right. So we got forgiven that tiny bit of damage we did. Now, upgrade again. 1 set of tools, and it says that we still have 1 set on us, so let's do that too. 3 small, 3 long. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Upgrade these resources and build. So I don't see any other upgrades. We now have what is called a Great Spanish Schooner. So what we've got now is we haven't got to run around on land anymore to go get logs. We can actually just sail off to any island and just fill up the log things here. So we can carry 12 logs on the boat, which means that we can deliver them straight to the base, which is handy because it means that we could sail down to the far end of the island there, go logging right off the boat, fill up these 2, and then just sail back. Storage 300 plus 300, total 600. Sleeping cabin, energy regen per hour 12.1. Chance of treating all maladies 42. So that's energy regen 12 and 42. This one, energy regen 22. So this one's much better. But yeah, when we're on the road, this one's pretty good. And this is a Yeah, we're gonna have to carry a fire lighter for this one, but this is a hearth with a pot. So it's got a water tank and everything. Which is basically the same as this one here. So we can cook on the road as well. And that's it for our schooner. So we now have the best boat in the game. Only problem there is it's a lot bigger and some of the docks won't take it. But anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. A question of what we do next. So we got a choice. Just going into the journal. It's either going to be, not that one. Journal, Foggy Island, view documents. So it's either Windy Island or it's going to be Foggy Island, which I think is actually this one. I don't know why they've circled Craggy. Because as we saw in the map, this is Craggy Island and this is Foggy. So it's either this one or this one. We'll have to make the decision. So I'll do that and see you in the next episode. Hope to see you then. And thanks for watching this one. Bye.